Today's episode is brought to you by America's Best Unlimited Data. Don't miss a show with unlimited data from T-Mobile.
Thanks, T-Mobile. We love T-Mobile.
All right.
Bravo. Sorry, when we're live, sometimes we forget that it's there.
Smooth as silk.
Smooth.
As always.
Buttery.
Well, hey guys, we're here to talk about our honest trailer with for Kong Skull Island.
Skull Island.
We had a surprise this morning. We didn't want to tell anybody. We waited a couple hours, but we had the director himself, Jordan Vogt-Roberts, appeared in this trailer to write his own honest trailer. We're going to talk all about how that went down, what that was like. Show you. We'll watch the trailer with you again, as well as share a few minor little outtakes that we didn't make the final cut. Andy Signal here next to Joe Starr. Hey, Joe.
Hello. How was your Labor Day weekend?
It was very nice. I watched Samurai Cop. Have you guys ever watched that?
I haven't seen it yet.
That's the red letter
It is
media
wonderful.
guy. He shows up with them a lot.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
It's a
haven't
really
seen
fun
it.
movie.
Okay.
Yeah, really,
All right.
really terribly fun movie. Yeah. Spencer J. Gilbert, what'd you do?
Went to Disneyland, got a massage.
Nice.
Chill.
At Disneyland?
At
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Is that part of a club? What's it called?
Club
The
33.
What
yeah.
movie themed? What Disney theme was the massage?
Song of the South. That was weird.
Fantasyland. Something like that, exactly.
Dan Merle.
Yeah. Just chilled out.
Yeah, cool.
Had a great 3-day long weekend. Caught up on a few bad movies that I hadn't seen from earlier this year. They were bad.
Nice.
What about you, Joe?
Yeah.
Oh man. We shopped around for my wife's Emmy stuff, and we
cool.
randomly ran into Dan's
girlfriend?
Oh,
shopping
wow.
around for Emmy
Yeah.
stuff.
I had my
It's a
fantasy
big
draft
chore
this
to figure
weekend,
out,
so
yeah.
they happened to run into
I think it's safe to say video starts
Now. All right. Kong Skull Island. So let's be honest. This is what I think we all sort of said it. This was not a movie we probably would have jumped at had we not had the opportunity to work with Jordan. Is that
That's been
fair
a
to
fantasy
say?
of yours from the get-go. Is like, I want a filmmaker to work on their own honest trailer, and dreams finally came
happened.
true.
Yeah.
We had a couple who chimed in off the record that didn't want to be named,
Yeah.
but this was the first official. Like, let's do it. I'm here. Give me. What are we doing? And he wrote out. And he even said some stuff that he's like, I don't think I can say that. Some things are just too much because he wants to build. I think he found a perfect way to sort of really honestly criticize it without getting too much into.
Yeah.
When you make a movie, a lot of weird stuff happens.
Yeah.
So I applauded his honesty and just wherewithal of knowing how to do this the right way without I don't know, pissing studios off or whatever. I thought he did a really nice job about it. It was just stuff that he knew he did wrong. Stuff that he felt like he still was trying to fix that he never got to fix, stuff like that. But this was a movie, though, itself. We criticized it together, Dan. Did we?
Yeah, and
did
you
Kong
and I
Skull
went back
suck?
and forth on this. I was in favor of it. You were against it.
I mean, I think we both agree. I mean, it's a fun monster movie. I think is where we both netted out. But it had too many characters and a lot of things that he did sort of fall out for me.
This goes right down the alley of a movie that if we hadn't had the chance to work with Jordan on it, I don't know if we would have done it because it's very difficult to do an honest trailer of a movie that's
Fine.
We all thought
it was really good.
Yeah,
good.
but it was fun.
Not the best.
not
some issues. Had some
yeah.
good points.
not terrible.
There's a weird.
Take that. Honesty. Is that too much honesty for you? So real.
There's a weird tightrope that movies like this walk, where it's like, this is a fun and now I'm moving on with my life movie, and
Yes.
like on this side Kong Skull Island falls, and then if you fall to the left you're Jurassic World. Like it's a weird right down the middle. It's a tough act to
The movies
to
right
pull
down the
off.
middle are always the toughest to make honest trailers for, just because they're fine. They're not the best movies we've ever seen, but they're not the worst movies I've ever seen. They're entertaining. They go there, and so I think we would have probably avoided this movie, and we probably would have done it. I think that was what was on plan.
It would have been
a
the
lot of
backup
people are
plan,
like, why
yeah.
didn't you do it? Dan did have to watch it. I think did you too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
A lot of ways to work.
For once, I took a night. I was like, you know what? I'm always behind watching stuff for honest trailers. We're doing it. I'm going to clear off a night. And we're going to
myself
sit
a
down and
glass
watch
of
it. I was sat down and watched
Capri Sun,
all
whatever you drink.
3 hours of it. And then the next morning, or the day right in our committee meeting, he's like, oh, yeah, Jordan's in, so I don't think we're going to do it. And I'm like, damn it!
Dan was visibly upset. That was one of the, that was a genuine like. Well, no, he was just like, why couldn't you tell me this sooner?
Why did you tell me this yesterday? Information I could have used
We have a lot.
yesterday.
Our honest trailer vault is growing of
I know,
never
right?
actually
That
made
and,
episodes. Star Trek Beyond, not Beyond. Star Trek.
Yeah, no,
Oh, Star
Beyond.
Trek Beyond. Yeah, we have a script
Is that
for
what
that.
it is?
hanging
The
out
original
somewhere,
Pete's
yeah.
Dragon.
Yeah, the original Pete's Dragon.
All right, we're going off topic. So Kong Skull Island.
Video starts now.
Video starts now. We did. So how we got Jordan? Let's go there, I guess. Right to that point. He had done a video for us on a Comic-Con where he was there and showed up for an interview. interview, and Comic-Con's so hard to schedule. People are coming in at the same time. You only have 5 minutes with talent. You got to fit them into your studio and get them in and out. He showed up graciously, was there to talk about Kong coming out on Blu-ray, etc. And then Max Landis was in the wings waiting to do his portion for Dirk Gently season 2. And if you didn't know, Max did a whole tirade about it
was nihilism.
The nihilism of Kong and this whole long thing.
The nihilism?
Yes.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, there's a whole thread of Max Landis' nihilism of Kong about everything. Nothing matters. It's like no one has a point. It's all just sort of to prove that it's all for nothing. And it's like, but anyway, so it was unclear if Max actually liked the movie or not. It was even in his critique of it. I couldn't really tell, was he throwing shade or was he just saying what it was? So then Jordan saw Max there, and there was a little bit of like, oh, Max Landis. He called Max out live on the air, and we had this little pulled Max in, and they had a nice little conversation, and they had a nice, fair, respectful conversation. Max did like the movie and was just remarking how it was something he hadn't seen before, this idea of nihilism. And Jordan was like, yeah, there's a little bit of that, but they had their sort of tough thing. And then Jordan ended the interview by saying, look, I love criticism, but what I'm not looking forward to is his honest trailer guys ripping apart the movie. And that's when I sort of had to jump in and was like, hey, man, I think he was also mistaking us for CinemaSins at the time, even then.
That's all the thing that,
This is before his rant.
Way before
his rant. He had been calling out CinemaSins. It doesn't like. I'm not here to call out CinemaSins. That's not what we're doing here. But he was calling out CinemaSins, and I was like, look, man, that's fine, but that's not. We don't do those. We do this. I think there's a common misconception. I'm sure they have the same problem of. People think we're the same entity.
Other. Yeah, exactly.
That CinemaSins and us are the same things. We are not. We are our own people. We do our own things. So I came in and was like, that's not. We don't do those. We do honest trailers, and we'd love if you want to do it, come write it. And we'd love for you to be honest and tell. And he said yes. And so I didn't think he'd actually follow up on it. And through several pushings throughout weeks, we did it. And then came the drama, which was Jordan called out CinemaSins as everything wrong with Kong Skull Island on YouTube, and it became a whole big thing.
For quite a while.
It got a lot of press.
3 long days.
Meanwhile, we had already booked him to do this for September to have him do it, and so the timing was not to jump into that Flames fan, whatever. What do you call that?
Flame fair.
Yeah. Flame wars. Yeah. It was the Vietnam of social media wars against online film critics. It was just when he thought it was over, it stretched on and kept going.
Yes. He really kept going.
He's just napalming the Flight of the Valkyries.
So we could not address that, and we also couldn't acknowledge, well, this is probably even better for us that we've scheduled this.
We got lucky.
We are going to do it. So that's how it all came down. And so then when that came down, it was like, it wasn't about us trying to fan those flames. Like, I didn't want to get. We are not here to knock on CinemaSins or do any of that stuff. He seems to want to, but that's on him. But when we did this, it was like, look, as long as we can make fun of you, make fun of us, and make fun of the drama, we're in. Let's do this, and that's what it became. Like I was like, I do not want this to be like, this is why CinemaSins sucks. Because if you feel that way, that's your own thing. But that's not what we're here to do. This is just, let's talk about the movie. You make fun of us, make fun of you, make fun of the whole thing. And he was down. So I think that was where it finally netted out, and that's when we got to do the trailer. Thoughts on anything else to add?
I agree.
That's
I think
the context that everyone's going to tell everyone to skip over. That's the
entire
video
of the trailer.
How this all happened.
Yeah, we all have some point, and us citizens, Jordan, all have some.
But all of them, Red Letter Media, how it should have ended. There's so many other things.
And we all also do nothing that has no impact on anyone and no purpose to serve. So, like, you can take it seriously and think that all 3 sides have their sides, or realize that, like, we're all picking apart and talking about a monkey movie that he made.
Yeah.
So nothing matters.
Nothing is more effective than criticism of a movie 4 months after it comes
out. The nihilism of the criticism of Kong Skull Island.
Nothing matters.
Yeah, I know I made fun of this on Flickbait, but I see all sides.
I see all sides
in this one.
Hey, I can see all sides in this too. Yeah, there are always 2 sides.
There's
sometimes.
always 2 sides to every story. Yeah, but it was strange that this all coalesced like during this, like, when we knew this was in the cards, and then 2 weeks ago we were like, oh shit.
Hey, look, I'll be honest.
This is gonna be about.
Or Jordan is a genius and knew, how do I get attention for this Blu-ray to get me to do more stuff?
Because it's that's free advertising.
It did get attention for the movie, and look, it got attention to CinemaSins. Like I'm sure they saw a nice little bump and enjoyed it. People were watching it. All press is good press. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
I
think we would have felt cheap if that had happened and we were just like, let's just ignore it. Like, that would have felt dumb.
And as I'm sure we'll both be happy about, due to this on trailer, now people will continually persist in linking us together.
Yes.
Always and forever as one entity.
Because even Jordan's like, you want to know everything wrong with Kong Skull Island? I'll tell you.
That's the other guys.
That's the other. We realize it's the other guys. But look, for those of you who think we're calling shade at Simpsons, we were not. I'm not doing that. We were. If Jordan calls shade, that's on him.
Oh, nice sidestep, Andy. We're just providing the platform for him.
Well, no, but I do think we made a point, and I did not want it to be that issue, and I think Jordan probably would have gone further there, and I just didn't want it. I was like, no, that's not what we don't agree with that. We're not there for that. So I think it was all in good fun, and I'm glad that he was able to make fun of us. We were able to make fun of him, and we were able to make fun of the drama in itself. To me, that was the saving grace for it all.
Yep.
Final thoughts before we watch it? And we'll talk about the process. All right, let's do it. Video starts now.
Video starts now.
You guys forgot your capes.
Remember that thing we were talking about 2 minutes ago? Oh, if you skip that, you're going to be so sorry. Yep.
That's really good
After
conversation that
7
they
King
skipped.
Kong movies, a new film will take the giant ape in
talk
a
about the
brand new
context right now.
direction. What if?
Yeah, probably.
Now bear with me. What if there was a King Kong movie, but it was also the 70s? Huh?
Well, pause. Someone did
Pause.
critique the original King Kong movie was in the 70s.
Well, no, the
The
remake.
remake of King Kong was in the 70s.
Yeah, sorry. That's
It was
right.
set in the 70s, or was just
It
made
was
in the
made,
70s?
I'm sure it was made and set in the 70s.
Okay, because I've never seen it because everyone has always said it's dog shit. So
The
I've
new,
just-
the second
The
remake.
Jessica Lange,
the first
Jeff
remake.
Bridges remake
Yeah.
of King Kong.
I've always been
Yes.
told it's awful, so I've just never seen it.
It's slow. It's a little slow.
Look, it's in the
Okay.
70s, so he has time to grow big enough to fight Godzilla. And it's in the 70s because, like, what else can you do with a King Kong movie? Make it a period piece. Oh, and also because he went on a rant about this because this makes sense for why the satellite technology could reveal the island that had previously never been found.
Yeah.
But I think
People were thinking about it.
I think he just
Which is encouraging, I guess.
Yeah,
yeah, I appreciate that.
he talked about how he wanted to bring a new take to the movie and like how the idea of doing like a Apocalypse Now King Kong movie appealed to him. So here we are in the 70s.
I liked that. That was not what
That's
bothered me
fine,
with the
yeah.
movie.
I will say, I very meekly flagged that there was a 70s set King Kong movie before, and I should have. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's
whatever.
nitpicking.
Ding!
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 That's a ding on us, I guess.
Self-dang.
Kong.
I want them to
Skull
ding this video.
Island. Strap in for a period piece more retro than a Vietnam vet blasting Black
laid on
Sabbath
little
on a
thick
reel-to-reel
points.
tape player. In a monster flick that for once delivers on the giant monster battles, but also tries to be an extended metaphor for the Vietnam War, where Skull Island is Nam, Sam Jackson is the U.S.,
shot in Nam, I
Kong
think.
is the Viet Cong. The giant
almost the title.
lizards are
Viet Cong, yeah.
the South Vietnamese, and Tom Hiddleston katana fighting dino birds.
It's an
is,
allegory.
You know what? I'm totally lost. Let's just watch the ape hit the dragon with a boat propeller. Woohoo! Suit up with Monarch, a company devoted to launching a giant monster movie franchise.
We specialize in the hunt for massive organisms.
They'll travel to an island that's been isolated since
What do they do with
prehistoric
them once they find
times.
them?
A Jurassic World, if you will, minus all the cheap nostalgia. A place where everything that can go Kong will go Kong.
Classic Spencer line.
Setting up a mad dash to turn this monster into a sympathetic character before he fights Godzilla in the
It
sequel.
never quite works. Like they do that
Aw,
with Godzilla
not so
too, when they're
bad.
applauding
Pause
for
it,
no
yeah.
reason.
Pause
As
it,
Godzilla
Pause, Spencer.
sulks off into the ocean after destroying
Yeah.
all of San Francisco, and people are like, "You did it!"
Yeah, Godzilla.
Well, it's the same with Power Rangers, where like their town is
the
flattened.
whole town is destroyed. I think they
There's
just
a big robot in front of them. They're like, yay!
What you didn't see was them all immediately drowning from the tsunami he caused by getting into the
Exactly.
water. As an object, the water displacement. Not to start,
Not here too. It's
not
really
to start
bad.
dinging Godzilla now, but that's just the physics of it. It doesn't quite work out.
He's huge. Exactly. His placement would make all that water come out.
They would all just.
But
drown.
you need to end with like, oh, they're the hero now. I guess because they want to make them fight. So you gotta.
But who's the? But now they're both the hero.
Right.
So.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna
They're
fight
gonna
first.
fight
It's
each
gonna be an
other.
Avengers situation.
Yeah,
They
And then
fight, they
Godzilla's
go,
gonna say
"Oh."
Kong's mom's name, and then they're gonna be friends.
Yeah, because then in the third act, Mothra shows up with those little tiny ladies that would
The twins in the clamshell. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
It's gonna be, I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh god, that'd be amazing.
And then I
I
almost
have
thought,
to
I forgot to
apologize
ask
for the
him.
people I triggered with that Batman v Superman.
I forgot to ask him about the. If
You're
he'd
not
done
sorry.
This on purpose.
Really sorry at all.
That the dragons or whatever the skull, whatever they were in Kong Skull Island, they come out of vents in the ground.
yes.
Pacific Rim, the kaiju's come out of vents in the ground. It was this setting up an eventual.
The Hollow Earth scene.
See, I'm into
Earth,
that
yeah. I'm
fine
crossover
with that
more.
too,
Like,
yeah.
oh, how are we going to stop the which one's the bad ones? The Kaiju?
Kaiju.
Yeah, well, let's get Kong and
Koju's a
Godzilla to
dog.
come take them out together.
Yeah,
but then there's of
working
course
with a Jaeger.
some
Let's put a
conflict
robot
before.
suit on Godzilla and King Kong. Let's
What if Jax Teller from Sons of
They're
Anarchy
drifting
is
together.
driving. Yeah,
He's
drifting
Kong and
compatible.
Godzilla are drifting
inside a
together.
larger.
Yes!
They're
robot.
Oh my God! Let's go break this. Legendary, call us.
We figured we cracked it.
King Kong Godzilla drift compatible confirmed.
Yes.
Oh! Someone please make that Photoshop.
Yes.
But what does it look like? The thing that they're piloting? If they're
It's
both
ginormous.
biggest-
a monkey,
it's a globe.
Godzilla. It's the
in
globe.
space.
It's
Yeah.
a living planet.
That's
Ego.
fine.
They're piloting Ego. Voiced by Kurt Russell.
Do better.
There
Is
you
it
go.
the Death Star?
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
Okay.
I see the comments. Somebody said Mothra. Why did you say that name?
Why did you say that name?
Kudos.
Give him
job.
props. Who was that? That deserves a call
Hang
out.
on. It's Tara Steiner. She may not have been the first, but
Yeah.
she's the one that I
I
saw.
saw.
Kill it,
on
Tara
the chat.
Steiner.
Good
Tara
job,
Steiner.
man.
That's what counts.
Great. All right, let's keep watching.
A mad dash to turn this monster into a sympathetic character before he fights Godzilla in the sequel. Aw, he's not so bad. I mean, his parents are dead, so he's basically Gorilla Batman, right?
He's killed like
Remember that
25
time he helped
people
that
at that
yak?
point in the movie.
Get ready for a brand new version of pop culture's best non-Donkey Kong, complete with WWE wrestling moves, jungle parkour skills, and the inexplicable ability to sneak up on you like a ninja. He's a 100-foot tall ape. Why does no one see or hear him coming? And shouldn't half the island be wrecked from Kong just walking around?
Really, guys? This is the best you've got?
Huh? Who is that? Oh no, it's Skull Island director Jordan
Now,
vogt-roberts.
pause. We did this at his office in Hollywood. No.
This is what his office looks like.
This is
We're
his
waiting. I don't want to break this. Yeah, we're waiting for the guy. Like, oh, just that looks just like his office with all his Kong stuff all over.
That is his pool house.
This was a fake office that we made with
This
all.
is just
he,
a random
He did
desk
bring
that
some.
we
He
put
got.
Kong stuff on.
He brought some Kong stuff for us, and we had some here.
I used
this
all
is
the
not-
toner
this
in
is
our
not
office
real.
copier and printed Kong
Print
pictures.
A lot of pictures in the background. But yes, this is to break the fourth wall. That was a office upstairs.
He
that
doesn't
was
really have
empty.
photos of himself.
Believe me, I've never seen his office.
We missed a chance to do an airplane joke and not have him do this pose with the picture of him.
Yeah.
in
Oh,
the
darn it.
also doing that pose.
Man.
We really should have done that. It's worth noting that we had originally scripted him interrupting audio-wise earlier in the
Way
trailer,
earlier.
and I think mutually we decided that it was a little confusing. So we were like, let's save the reveal till right before, because originally it was like John would say something, he was like, wrong. So like,
Right.
who is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just didn't.
And also
didn't
the
quite-
audio mix, didn't work.
the
Something
different
didn't work.
microphones, it didn't quite work. So.
All right, let's see Jordan.
Yep.
I should have known if we criticized your movie long enough you'd appear.
Look, you guys can criticize my movie all you want. All I ask is if you do it, have some f***ing merit to it.
You didn't let me finish though. I had a whole section ready on King Kong's missing ding dong. It was golden.
Really? The where's the dick joke again? As if you didn't already do that in the honest trailer for Zootopia, Dawn of the Planet of the
really
Apes,
knows our
and
trailers.
somehow Fantastic
Sorry,
Four?
we keep
Yeah,
resorting to that.
well, it's satire.
No, it's not. Satire is not bankruptcy. You cannot just
Pause.
declare it.
He did have a
What?
good section on like, what do you? I guess it didn't make it in about like, what do you expect me to put a giant like monkey's dick in a $100 million movie with a big monkey penis hanging around?
You can't do that.
That's
And we
a
were
fair
like,
point.
Watchmen.
Oh yeah, that's true. We said Watchmen. Like, watching that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh well.
Yeah, we tried to fit that in, it just didn't work. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was a funny line. He was like, he just ad-libbed that. Like, you can't put a huge dick in the movie.
It's distracting.
Way distracting. That is the reason why they don't have. So there you go. We have to
Yeah.
retire the dick joke. It's
Yeah.
been
We've now been called
Toss
out
it
by
off.
Called out.
Kong Skull Island director Jordan Vogt-Roberts.
Directors, you're free to put no dicks in your movies from
Now
now on.
on.
continue without
Impunity.
genitalia.
Back to boobs, guys. Back to boobs.
Dude, it's just a joke.
I love film criticism. It's an important part of this art form. But you want to know who my biggest critic is? Me. You want to know everything f***ing wrong with Kong Skull Island? I will f***ing tell you.
It's true. He's really hard on himself.
I like that he just hands it to John.
Skull Island,
John was
Austria by
lucky.
Jordan Vogt-Roberts. Okay, here we go. Try to enjoy a movie with major structural problems that spends the whole first act bringing the cast together, only to split everyone apart 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
going for the emotional
Also, like,
simplicity
that
of
Star Trek
Aliens, but ended up with the complexity of Alien vs. Predator. Ooh, harsh. Meet great human characters like
Pause.
John C.
Pause.
We should point out, in case people think that he just lent his name, like he
wrote this.
He wrote it. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't just write a trailer and have him say like he.
Let's clarify. We wrote a draft.
Yeah.
Let's fully tell you all. Spencer and Joe, that you guys wrote a draft, and then we, with notes from all of us, we sat there, and then we sort of sent to him, knowing he wanted to do a section of his own where he was going to get even harsher. But we sort of put together our thoughts, and then the ones that he was connecting to and agreed to, we then sort of rejiggered to our format to make it trailery. Because I remember that line. He wrote that line, but he said of. What was it? It was Alien Covenant.
Covenant,
And then he took
made
it
even worse.
He made it worse in Alien vs Predator. I was
But
like,
he
good on him.
gave us stuff that we didn't even think of or clock of, like, oh yeah, the structure really doesn't work, and we had stuff about the characters, but we didn't put it in the same terms of like no one has an arc. Like,
You're going there. Let's do
You
it.
said it.
He said it. The doc he sent us of like things wrong with my movie is like, Jesus, man.
all right,
Yeah. So
right
this is
there.
not a thing like we just wrote it on his trailer and he came in like these are his thoughts. So
The only thing we did was massage it a little bit to our format a little bit.
Yeah.
But this was all him.
Meet great human characters like John C. Reilly.
Everybody keep your wigs on
so good in
now.
this movie.
Then meet
Yes.
more human characters. And more, and more,
Should have been his
and
movie.
more, and more. Because most contemporary blockbusters have too many characters, and most of them should have been cut or consolidated. But hey, I'm the director, that's on me. Like the living legend John Goodman, the guy you enter the movie with, then drops out because he has nothing to do but spout exposition.
We're trying to kill something.
Toby
TJ,
Kebbell,
good
who's great as
quad there.
Kong, but his human character is in a completely
great as
different movie
Kong.
than
He is
anyone
good.
else.
Sometimes life just punch you in the
Pause.
balls.
We had this line about how specific the typecasting has gotten for Toby Kebbell and Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I can appear as myself and be decent, but more often I'm known for specifically performance capturing giant apes or talking apes, because Serkis was King Kong too, right?
Circus was also King Kong.
And then Toby was
Koba.
Koba.
Toby was Koba.
Koba and
was
Kong.
Koba.
And Circus was Kong and
Yeah.
Caesar.
Very convincing giant ape monster. Not quite as convincing as a southerner.
Right.
And he was literally in his own movie. Like I remember watching the movie, like, and I didn't know that he played Kong. So when I saw that he played Kong, I was like, that makes so much sense. They just didn't have anything to do with him, but they felt bad because they wanted, like they used to put Robert Englund in Nightmare on Elm Street movies. They just wanted the poor guy to step out from behind the mask and be in the movie, but he's like on his own and then just is gone. I mean, I guess you could say he's there to provide motivation, which is fine, but like his character itself is very like what?
That motivation is there to
Why?
ask other soldiers to like to Sam
have to
Jackson,
go
like,
find him.
are you okay, sir? And then he can give his speech. He sets people up.
He's like Saving Private Ryan if Private Ryan died and it was just about the guys that went to find him.
Yeah.
And there's never actually any.
Never actually shows up.
Yeah, he never actually shows up to be rescued. Yeah, it's very strange.
And he mocaps the Nazis?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
push this metaphor to the breaking point.
Yeah.
Hiddleston, the Vietnam vet for hire, who always looks perfect. Forget the fact that he's supposed to be a nom vet in the 1970s.
perfect.
I mean, look at that perfect hair. He never even gets dirty
But
for
yeah,
crying
he would
out
have
loud. And Brie Larson,
beard,
a
long hair.
photographer who's essentially playing Pokemon Snap, while all the interesting
was his
stuff
line.
happens
He
to
said
other
Pokemon
people.
Snap
It's a
specifically.
movie that takes some of our best and most talented working actors and gives them nothing that even resembles an arc.
Pause.
Jesus is really honest.
Because I remember one of my criticisms was like, she doesn't take pictures of the monsters. Why? Come on. She does take pictures. But there's a few moments where it's like, come on, you're seeing something that's like needs to be documented. Why are you not doing it? But I did ask Jordan, and he's like, well, no, I think she's more interested in taking the pictures of the tribesmen and stuff like that. Like that's her. So, hey.
I don't buy that.
Well, at least he had a point,
Yeah.
which helped me a little bit.
The point could be like she's terrified, so she doesn't think to take photos. But she's like a war photographer
I'm with you.
specifically, and there's monkeys
Watching
fighting
the coolest
dragons.
thing
It's
anyone's
like-
ever seen.
And there's so many shots of John Goodman taking pictures of all the monsters that you're
He
like,
knows.
come on,
He's
guys.
like, oh, that's what they're
But it
there
was a little
for.
too ticky tacky, and like the character point of hers that her character has nothing to do.
Yeah. I don't know.
Her and Tom Hiddleston are just there to like not hook up. Like they're just there. They're just there.
They're there to
just
be
there.
the billboard names that you go,
Yeah.
who's in Kong?
They're fun
Great
to look
actors.
at.
They're great. Yeah. They're there, but there's nothing really for them to do.
Yeah. But Pokemon Snap is a perfect analogy because that game you're literally on like a little raft going through a tour of creatures and you go around and you take
Snap.
photos of them.
Snap.
That's it. And
Well, she didn't even take photos of all the creatures.
Yeah.
Anyway,
She's just not good at the game, Andy.
yeah. He bathes in the
So
bay.
enjoy a movie that's way better than it had any right to be, but is not without its serious flaws.
I love that
I mean,
spider.
it
He fed
is
that
a
line to
fucking
him.
monster movie
He
after all,
did it.
but it is not, I repeat, not a problem that it has too many
really wanted this in there.
helicopters. Wait, what?
Look, everybody thinks that there's some issue where there's more helicopters in the sky than there are in the boat, and then Kong takes down an infinite amount of them. Guess what? You're wrong. There's a shot in the movie where the camera goes around the boat and you see in the back of the boat. And guess what's in the back of the fucking boat? Helicopters. What's inside of the boat? More helicopters. What's the boat fucking made out of? Fucking helicopters. You know why? Because you want to see Kong, like the toy has, grabbing a fucking helicopter. You want to pay $15 not to see him fucking use the helicopter like a fucking baseball bat? The helicopter math makes fucking sense.
Man, this is a really weird, honest trailer. Deep breaths, dude. You feel better now?
You know what? I do. Can you guys just do that funny name thing that you do?
You got it.
Thanks, man.
Pause. So helicopter thing. Just because I've already seen comments like, "Oh, it's such a release that goes." Like, guys, that was the joke. The joke was him losing because he came in with this clear. He did have a little bit of this like everyone keeps knocking me with this helicopters. Like we actually had thought out. There's helicopters thing, and we just thought it was funny. Like use that. This is your nerd. This is the moment to show you're in on the joke. Like. The more you lose control on this dumb, stupid thing, the funnier it is. And then to his credit, he trusted us to sort of, we did direct him like add more energy, knock the stuff down, like get nerd out on this. Like no, the helicopter math makes sense, and he did it. It was to his credit because to me that moment was the moment of revealing the curtain. Like guys, he knows this is not. He was in on this. He was having fun about it.
To be fair, he's right. Because when I was rewatching the movie, I did not see the bay in the back of the ship. I only saw the front of it, and I did see that. I was like, there are way more helicopters than there were.
That's what we do now.
Where did the rest of those helicopters come from? So
I
he's
honestly
right.
didn't notice.
Jordan, you were
You
right.
thought about it.
I did think that when I watched the movie, and I did miss that detail. So I can see how frustrating it would be if somebody then criticizes you based on something that maybe is a little detail in the movie that they missed.
Yes.
Right. Well, I think he wants people to know he did care. He was thinking about these things a lot. And when you make a movie this size, there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, studio-wise and things that you have to pick your battles of what you're going to fight for. But to know that he was actually paying attention to those things is fun. But it is also just silly. Like, who cares?
Yeah, guys. So he added another helicopter.
Yeah, of course you do. You want to see him knock down all the helicopters.
And the sentence "the boat is made of helicopters" is a funny sentence.
It's a joke. Clearly, he's making a joke. But there's still people in the comments. Oh, he's clearly can't get over the helicopter thing. It's like, guys, relax.
It's satire.
I declare satire.
It's satire.
All right, let's see our starring. Funny names thing.
Starring Benetton Hiddlebender,
Oh, that's classic.
Say Kong one more time. I dare you.
John Goodall,
For your health.
Gorgonzola Larson.
Yeah, we're debating the funniest
Let me
cheese.
see
Settled on
that
Gorgonzola.
Kong.
I mean, just read on John.
That Kong,
Yeah.
Kong.
It's tough to get him to sing,
And
but
a
he
crap ton
went
of
right into that
anime
one.
references.
Yeah, there's a lot,
Did you
right?
catch them all?
Yeah, he.
Everything Kong with Skull Island
more than
at
that.
120 minutes or less.
Pause.
That was our overt reference to
The drama,
Yeah,
yes.
the drama.
That was it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's a good joke.
It's
People say,
everything
like,
Kong
oh,
with.
it's such a slam at Simpsons. Like, it's really not. The movie is literally
Everything
everything
Kong
Kong with Skull Island in
Island.
120 minutes or less. It's the same as every pop
But it
culture
also
reference
just-
that we make. But however,
It just
that
happens
is
to
our,
trigger Jordan Vogt
Yeah,
Roberts.
that is our overt reference to everything that happened there. So
We also couldn't
Yeah.
come up with a better one.
Yeah,
'Cause
Viet Cong was the only
good,
other
but we
one,
already
yeah.
used that earlier on the trailer, so we're like, all right, let's just go with this.
I just like
So, yeah.
triggering Jordan, so now his honest title is going to be Everything Kong with Skull Island
We'll have to look at that.
forever.
that's true.
Yeah, but if you read it literally, it's an island.
Yep.
It's got everything Kong about it that you're watching for about 2 hours. Yeah.
And then the anime reference, he was saying there was a lot more.
He's hidden a bunch in there, and video game references.
Yeah.
After this, I'm pretty, cautiously optimistic about the Metal Gear Solid movie being the first good video game movie, because he'd made that Destiny 2
Yeah, the
thing
promo,
that looked
which was
really
good.
cool, and like he really. I don't know how much other directors have been this way, but like he really gives a shit about video games and about anime and about like getting that across.
How many exclamation marks were on the boat, though? Is the boat made of exclamation marks?
I don't know about the exclamation mark math, but I think that he'll
Cardboard
at
box
least,
math?
his heart's in the right place. At least he will try. He clearly cares about this stuff. So
Hey,
we'll
I'm
see.
down. I'm excited to see what he does next. All right, here's our tag.
Minutes or less. To any of you who think we're just capitalizing on all the drama, we set this up over a month ago.
The thing that I'm not looking forward to is your people dropping some honest trailer.
You want to help write it?
I would love to. Let's do it.
But to be honest,
Never missed
we're
opportunity.
pretty lucky the time to work out to capitalize on the drama.
I did love
This
that.
is a really weird honest trailer.
Oh wait, this is
Outtakes.
the
Outtakes.
You feel better now?
Pause.
Stop.
Stop.
Can you
Stop.
cue that? We'll go back there.
What's going on?
JT wants lunch.
What's going on?
We were trying to figure out our tags. I was like, I did want people to know, like, we weren't just capitalizing on the drama. But then I was like, well, we are still the drama.
We are.
It's a bonus that we get to capitalize on the drama.
Yeah.
But that was not the
The
intent.
clickbait defense.
Yeah, it was not the intent of doing it. We probably wouldn't have done this. And then
Well, and also-
Jordan was before we knew Jordan was going to help us back in July. So then we had it on deck, and then it was like, all right, well, good timing, I guess.
And also maybe like 20% of our audience is like
That's true.
Knows or cares.
knows what's even going on.
There's a lot of comments like, I didn't even, what are they talking about? So
Yeah, so
you're learning
you
more
also
now.
kind of have to be like, here's the thing, so that you're not completely in the dark.
But Slash Film is gonna love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Give me those clicks.
So, yeah, outtakes. Do we cue them up? And we'll talk about our wrap us up.
Man, this is a really weird honest trailer. Deep breaths, dude. You feel better now?
You know what? I do. Can you guys just do that funny name thing that you do? I'm gonna go start a Twitter fight with Max Landis. So I gotta go.
You got it.
Thanks, man.
Starring low-key didn't need to be here. Bland, James Bland. I'm here to tell you about the Giant Monster Initiative. Out of his element, Saving Private Marlowe, Annie Breebovitz, Cheddar Larson,
Yeah,
and Uzaru.
Dragon Ball Z.
Gouda
Viet
Larson?
Cong.
Yeah, Gouda Larson.
Yeah, we had a
Minor stuff. That was it, right?
yeah, not much. Got
Gouda
much
Larson. We
yeah.
were really trying to figure
Cheddar
out the best
Larson.
funniest
cheese.
cheese.
Joe
Gorgonzola
wanted
Larson.
to do all of them.
I want to do all of them.
Yeah.
Gorgonzola Larson just felt like the
Yeah. When we had them
That was
all
it.
cut together, it just, the further it went,
Cheddar
just
Larson.
kept making me laugh.
Gouda Larson.
Yeah.
Gorgonzola Larson.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping we could
Swiss
pull off
Larson.
Baby Thor's flying roars.
Oh.
Where they just keep building.
Oh, where they keep.
Where we just keep
Right.
throwing in cheeses. Hey.
Hey, we'll have to save that next cheese, next roll.
Next
she does.
pre-roll.
Next
Yeah,
pre-roll.
next
Now
pre-roll.
every
Captain
time
Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
We'll do a cheese run in Captain Marvel.
Figure out the next new cheese. Goat Larson? No.
Goat? Yeah.
Goat cheese Larson? No.
Oh, there's so many.
Submit your cheeses.
Submit your cheeses to
Video
ScreenJunkies.
starts here.
American
Cheese
Larson.
So many. We could do this all day. Monterey
Jack
Larson.
Larson.
Mozzarella Larson.
Monterey.
Larson.
Parmesan Larson.
Oh God, we've gone off the rails. Anything else to add, fellas,
we
before
have.
about this experience? It was fun to work with Jordan. He was
No.
very open
Yeah.
and honest and delightful. Even though a lot of people think he's a jerk, he was very in on knew what was going on and open and just wanted to just make it clear like he wasn't against criticism. He clearly had issues with them, but he wanted to prove that he's like I'm totally about it. So I think kudos to him. He showed up and was able to roast his own movie in an exciting way. Joe.
I think a comment we're already starting to get a lot, and I think we'll get this feedback a lot more, is like, oh, well, you worked with that guy because he likes you. Why won't you work with these directors? And I'll say this. We want to. So instead of telling us that,
Tell the directors.
Go tell them that.
It's really up to them, not
yeah,
us.
it's their call. If you really want us to do something,
You
go.
can't
Oh my
make
God.
someone work with you.
I would let
Yeah.
Michael Bay punch me in the face.
Oh my God.
on camera.
I would love,
After watching the honest trailer
He's not
for
very.
Transformers.
He's not as open as this guy is.
I can't think of anything that I would like to do more than sit here and debate Transformers: Days of Extinction with Michael Bay for 2 hours. I
never
would
happen.
love that.
It'll never happen.
I would love
Yeah.
that.
Never
But he
happen.
would, I don't think he
Dan V. Bay, hashtag.
Dan V. Bay.
Make it happen.
Yeah, don't be mad at us. Be mad at them.
I think he would punch me in the
Open
face.
invite.
But I also like there were comments today also that were just like, "Oh, you guys were so easy on it because you worked with him." Like, what were we easy on?
Yeah,
We were mean to it. He was mean to
Yeah,
it.
I feel like he did really. I mean, it's a fine monster movie. Like that's why it's a tough one to do because it's like you can't.
People think that we're here to shit on everything.
Yeah, that's
and
also
we're
not our job.
Like that's not what we do. And by the way, that's never what we've done. Like Honest Trailers has never been a series that shits on everything. Like if a movie's in the mediocre, we'll say it's mediocre. If it's good, we'll say it's good and have some fun with it. If it's bad, we'll certainly say it's bad. But this idea of like, why are you so nice to it? You shit on everything. Like, no, we don't. And we never have. Like people, I think sometimes people mistake like we'll take a good like we have fun with like Winter Soldier, or like we'll have, if there's a good movie that we think has some kind of dumb stuff or whatever, we'll have fun with it, but we'll say it's good if it's good, we'll say if it's bad if it's bad. But this idea like we hate everything is we don't. And so, and it's also, though, we've gotten to the point now where we can't win. It's like, oh, why'd you shit on this? Or why were you so nice to this? It's like, whichever way we take, there's going to be people on the other side saying, like, you were too nice/kind to this good/bad movie. So, it's almost a Kobayashi Maru at this point.
I literally would not have had enough to even say positive or negative about it until he showed up to help us out.
Yeah.
Like, it was okay.
We had no end game for this movie until he volunteered to help us write this trailer. It would have been a very boring trailer of us saying, like,
that was fun.
It's all right. It's got some problems, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Just gushing about John C. Riley
Well, even if
for
we had
about
gone
4
so
minutes.
specific about the plot and the things that he does, like, it's not typically stuff we get into so intently on in our trailers.
Yeah, we wouldn't have gone a helicopter rant.
No, and it's like, I think with him, when you hear from him then doing it, it actually is more effective than if we had said that on our own, and it would have felt just like we're just sour grapes being jerks about the movie.
Yeah. This is the hardest kind of movie for us to do, where it's like, that was fun, next.
Yep.
And that's the hard. If it's a good movie, we can, like you said, Spencer, we can like say it's good and then be silly, like Grandpa Joe's Coke Nails or whatever with Willy Wonka. But this is one where it's like, it was fine.
Yeah, we're not here to love everything, and we're not here to hate everything.
Yeah,
we're here to just literally
we're
give
the
our
Switzerland
take.
of the movie world.
Yeah, we just
get off our art, man.
Spencer, Dan, anything else to add as we wrap this up?
Really?
No. That rant that I just had was also satire.
Of what?
Of myself.
Okay.
Getting angry
Got it.
about everything. No, this is fun. It's like Andy said, like whenever people would do interviews, I know you always said, like, what's your dream? And you said, like, my dream is always for a director to come in and write their own honest trailer. So
we did it, guys.
Check it off the list.
Who's going to be next? Directors out there, challenge is accepted. Let's take it in. We will accept your notes and work with you. And we're not dicks. We're not just going to do a bunch of stuff.
Come and tell us why we're wrong.
We want you to work again. We're not here to make you not to scorch your earth. But there's plenty of silly things about this movie process that you can come talk about. So come play with us. And then you at home, if you're complaining, go tell Michael Bay to come do it.
Tell Michael Bay to come play with us.
Tell Michael Bay to actually fight Dan.
Michael Bay does not.
Oh, he would so win that.
Oh man,
an actual fight.
Actual fight.
Oh yeah, I don't want to actually fight him. No,
I would be out in like a minute.
That was on energy alone.
Just pure.
Cut
to you just in a Megan Fox outfit washing a car, and he's like, "Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you do that.
Bend over slowly.
Criticize my movie.
Turn that pill on. I want to see you dance."
Yes, Mr. Michael Bay.
Video started then.
We're not going to do better than that. We'll see you next week for another Honest Trailer Commentary. Always live here on News after the trailer or Wednesdays. It's a little random time. But have fun this week. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks again to T-Mobile for sponsoring today's episode. Check out what makes them America's best unlimited network at T-Mobile.com/coverage.